Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sean here from the Detroit Disney Duo, and it's another beautiful day here in Detroit. Hey, Ginger, what's going on? Out there, she's walking away. She's not very photogenic sometimes. Hey, you say it's a beautiful day in Detroit there, Ginger? Or what? Don't take my pictures! Beautiful day here in Detroit. The skies are, well, they look beautiful. And then I have to say, it's going to be a great, marvelous day again. So today is another story time, and also something that you should listen to because it's kind of really important. But before we get started, go ahead and support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and showing us your support for our channel. It's greatly appreciative. So a long time ago, I have been a photo enthusiast for a long period of time, and I had a lot of photos of my kids and my family and such, and I had them all stored on Yahoo Photos. If you ever remember that place a long time ago, Yahoo Photos. And Yahoo had a place basically where you could dump all your photos and you could share them with your friends, and it was like a photo gallery for Yahoo, and it was there for a very long time. So eventually, Yahoo was trying to, not spend a lot of money. They were cutting back on a lot of things. They got rid of Yahoo Chat. They got rid of different things that they had there on Yahoo. And one of the things that they decided to cut was Yahoo Photos. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? You're getting rid of Yahoo Photos. What am I going to do with all my photos? So eventually, I ended up getting an email in my inbox. And this email said that I would have the choice of getting 2 CD-ROM discs. That's a lot of space, by the way, with all of my photos. I had thousands of photos on Yahoo Photos. So they said, we'll be sending them to you. Also, on top of that, we'll send them to another photo service that will gladly accept them for free, and you can transfer them over there. So I opted to do both. I opted to get my photos on a disc, and also I opted to have them transferred over to another online photo service that was another place so you could keep all your photos at. So I learned a lesson that day, and the lesson being that you could have a lot of data of yours online, a lot of photos saved in one place, but they're not on a place that you have any control over. Your photos are on somebody else's server, they're on somebody else's space, and whatnot. And the same thing happened not just with Yahoo Photos, it also happened with people that used photos that were saving them on, for instance, MySpace a long time ago. And when MySpace went away, there was nowhere to transfer them. I'm not sure if people could even get them. And then MySpace just went away. It just left, and people were like, where do I go now? So the moral of this story that I'm telling you is that make sure that you have copies of your photos and everything that you have online on a storage disk, like a hard drive, like an external hard drive disk, or print them out and save them so that they're not just gone when some company decides that they're not going to be storing them for you any longer, or that they go out of business. One thing recently is that, there's been a lot of scrutiny over Facebook and whether Facebook needs to just go away or whatever. There's been congressional hearings about Facebook and whatnot. And one of the things that you should be looking into is downloading your Facebook data. That way that in case that something happens to Facebook, that you have all of your photos and everything and the videos, and you can do that on Facebook. Just go to Facebook Help and go to download my data. You can type in there download data, or on a Google search, download your Facebook data, and you'll get the directions of how to do so. But it's really important that you do that, because you don't want to lose all of those memories that you have stored on Facebook in case of the fact that they just go away. So here's another thing. TikTok is now under the scrutiny of the U.S. government, whether it's a political thing or not, or it actually really is a Chinese malware deal where they're sharing your privacy. I mean, a lot of things share your privacy. Facebook shares your privacy. You share your privacy out when you accept the conditions to having these services and taking part on these social media apps. But TikTok is now, I don't know if you could download your data there, but I believe that you can download your TikTok videos that you make. I'm not sure if you'd want to, but you can. Download your TikTok videos and save them if you'd like to. Anyways, here's the moral of this whole entire story that I'm saying so far is don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Don't save them all in one place. Make sure that you have backups going. That way, that when something goes out of business or goes away or they try to delete them all, before something happens, that you have something saved somewhere else that you can do that. Another way of doing this is also buying your own space on a web server, such somewhere like GoDaddy or somewhere that has server space that you can make your own website, or you can store your own photos at, like Adobe offers a plan. Somewhere else that you can save them as a backup. You could save them on iCloud. You can do all sorts of things if you have the Mac or Google. I'm also kind of a person who may think that online cloud services like Google or Apple are good places to save things. But what if something happens and they discontinue that storage operation? Like recently, Flickr changed a lot of things. They used to offer different packages, and they cut down on the amount of photos that you could store there. So you have to be able to store your photos on your own computer or on an external drive so that you have them for historical purposes. So as we think about places like TikTok or Facebook and other online social media apps where you have photos or videos and them not actually being there anymore, and you have creative stuff there that's stored or shared, you have to start thinking about places where else you might want to keep them or start something new or have them downloaded to your own PC. That's really, really important. And the reason I think about this also is when somebody happens to pass away in your family, or something that you want to remember that occurred in your family, like the history of your family, or when you're just trying to share family photos or tell a story or something like that, and you want to go back and look at these photos and they're not there, that's when you really usually think about these things, is when something occurs and you want to go back and try to remember those memories at that specific time, and you can't find them because they're gone, because you put them online, and 10 to 15 years, that service is no longer there and you cannot get to them. So it's highly important, whether you're scrapbooking, you're printing, which is a really great idea still, to keep your photos in a photo book, because they last for a very long time. Photographs printed on really great paper, and they have a lot of good paper now that lasts for a very, very, very long time. Printing them is probably the number one idea to do. That way you could save your photographs. Number two is keep them on a digital device that for instance, is not going to go corrupt or bad or something like that you're going to lose. You might want to put them on more than one device. They do sell now 1 terabyte. That's a lot of data. 1 terabyte flash drives that you can buy, and you could put a lot of your photos on one of those. And they're very, very small and easy to find. That way you can go back and just use a flash drive that's even a terabyte, which is really, really great. So in all, I want to say that it's really important, one more time, to try to back up your data so you could, in case TikTok or Facebook or Google or whatever business it is that's hosting all of your data and all of your photos, that if in case they go out of business, that you still have them. That's really, really important. And I had to go through that once already, and I try to save everything possible on my own hard drive, and then there's a backup of that. So anyways, hopefully that helped you out, because you also, Instagram is another place. I think you can download your photos off Instagram, by the way. So you have to make sure that you save those memories, because they're really important. They may not seem as important now, but when you're looking for them in the future, they will be. Anyways, thanks for listening to this very important story of mine, and hopefully it helps you out and gets you enthusiastic to do something about saving the history and stuff like that. Anyways, talk to you guys later. See you again soon. Bye-bye.